if you think here is the tight junction, which is basically present within the brain, and that will act as a major barrier, okay, major component of the blood-brain barrier. So here the different types of barriers are there. So brain, how brain take some components, require nutrients, or require oxygen, how it will receive from the blood component. How? That is the one of the major questions, because so many barriers are there. So brain cell has some requirement to consume energy or for their development. So how you will get? Okay. So in brain capillaries has some special types of transportation other than your normal transportation or something like that. So how it will take oxygen, how it will take water, how it will take amino acid, how it will take glucose, that would be the next discussion topic. Okay, so stay with me. Now I will share in short. Not every molecules is not possible to consider. So the class of molecules that will pass through the blood capillaries to the brain cell, that I will just discuss now. Okay, so come to the point. So firstly, already I said. So other than just think, this is your brain capillary endothelial layer, the innermost layer. Okay, that is the luminous part. Okay, so here is the tight junction. Okay, and here is the membrane of the endothelial membrane. And you know, the membrane is lipid bilayer. Okay, so through this membrane, some substances which will meet the criteria, that will easily pass from blood capillaries to the brain. One is, the criteria would be lipophilic. Lipophilic. That means must be lipophilic, and the molecular size should be below 500 Dalton. Okay, that means small molecular size. So if the criteria it meets, that means the molecular size is very small and lipophilic. So it can pass through the simple diffusion from the luminous part to the external. Okay, it can pass through the that way, and also even through the tight junction. You know, tight junction is very restricted area. Most of the molecules is not allowed through this tight junction, but some substances like water, like oxygen, like carbon dioxide, that can pass through this membrane as well as tight junction. So through the membrane, that is cellular part, as you know, the endothelial cell. So that transportation is called transcellular transportation, and when it will pass through the gap between two cells, that is the paracellular transportation. So that is things. Okay, and if I just consider now, the membrane has some special type of transportation, transporter. Okay, so no transporter, specific transporter, no molecule will allowed. Okay, suppose if you think your sugar will consume your 20% of your body's glucose, the brain basically consume the 20% sugar of your body. That means sugar must reach to the brain cell. So sugar means you can glucose. So how glucose pass through the membrane? Because this membrane is highly restricted, there glucose transporter are there. glucose transporter. The name of the glucose transporter is GLUT1. Okay, so through this GLUT1 channel, only glucose can pass. So it is also a restriction. I want to just enter into a room. So if I am allowed only through only one gate, so of course I have to maintain that. Otherwise, I am restricted to enter. So this is also a restriction. So already I said the brain part is very restricted area. Okay, if you think about your amino acid, so amino acid, to carry amino acid, it has transporter, amino acid transporter. Okay, if you think some protein peptide, also transporter. So different types of transporter are there. And there are some receptors that will receive and that will pass from inside to outside. Okay, although some non-receptor transportation is also present, but I will say different types of substances can enter through this membrane by different types of protein transporter. If you think about your angiotensin 2, this is a protein nature substance, so must cross the channel particular areas, particular transporter, other than it will not be allowed. Okay, so which substance is not easily pass? Which substance can easily pass? Already I said. And which substances cannot easily pass? Like a big molecule, very big molecule, cannot pass through it. If you think very charged molecule, that is polar molecule, it cannot pass easily. So those molecule can be just transported from here to there through a special type of channel, other than not possible. Okay, only for that, if you just consider when someone is suffering from brain disease like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and you can say multiple sclerosis or any other like brain tumor. So the drug treatment is very difficult because one of the major challenge to reach the drug to the brain. This is the major challenge because blood-brain barrier are there, so it must cross the brain barrier. So it must meet the criteria of the transporter. You have to add something which will meet the criteria of the transporter, and that will allow from here to there. Otherwise, other normal transportation is restricted by the blood-brain barrier. Has a tight junction, no porous, no fenestration, has some regular basement membrane, has some pericytes, has some astrocytes, so highly restricted. Okay, so the scientist still now has a strong challenge to develop a drug which can easily pass through the blood-brain barrier, because of course it must be lipophilic or low molecular size. Other than it will modify the drug structure along with some substances which can meet the criteria to pass through a particular transportation. Okay, only for that it can reach to the brain. Okay, so within the brain, different from one part to another part, has some neuropeptides and some neurotransmitters and some neurohormones can go here and there. So it has some special type of transportation. But when something will just come from the brain to the rest of the body, here has some special type of transportation, because you know your pituitary gland is master gland, so it will produce different types of substances that must leave the brain to the rest of the body. So of course, if you are allowed to exit, so here must some facilities to enter, but brain is a restricted area. Okay, so a special type of transportation to enter or to exit within the brain. So that is the very interesting or very meaningful creation of the almighty blood-brain barrier. Okay, So this is all about blood-brain barrier. So I will request all of you to share or to just subscribe my channel if you get a minimum benefit, to just give me a reward of my benefits, of your benefits, as a just simple click, subscription and share. Thank you very much.